Hi, do you feel stressed often? If you are a teenager, a teacher, or a parent, watch this video. It may change your life. It's a short introduction about mental fitness. How to thrive through any challenge using the power of positive intelligence. There is another pandemic, a silent one. And it's all about stress and depression. If you talk about teenagers, they have high expectations from their parents, their teachers, and from themselves to get good grades, be accepted to a great college, and have an amazing career. Adding to that is social media, the fear of missing out, trying to fit in and follow fake standards, and of course bullying. Not only in school, but it follows them on social media 24/7. On top of that, they feel misunderstood. They believe that they are alone and they don't have the tools to cope with all this stress and overwhelm. Moreover, this is the time when the self-awareness is at the highest. Their body image, they have hormonal changes, and again they try to follow fake standards that they see on social media. And of course, self-esteem. It's all about friendships, the need of belonging. So they may join gangs. Some of them goes to alcohol, smoking, and even drugs. Their toolbox of coping with all those challenges is very limited. And they fill this toolbox with negative thoughts, low self-esteem, and suicidal thoughts. A survey that was done in 2018, before the pandemic, shows that 70% of teens say anxiety and depression is a major problem. Additional 26% say it's a minor problem. 96% of teenagers deal with stress on a daily basis. A school counselor put it very nicely. Honestly, I've had more students this year hospitalized for anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues than ever before. There is just so much going on this day and age. The pressure to fit in, the pressure to achieve, the pressure of social media. In Thailand alone, there is at least one suicide attempt every 10 minutes because of stress. And not only amongst teens, it's also teachers, parents, and basically everybody. The solution is simple. Provide teenagers, teachers, and parents with tools and techniques to handle any challenge with less stress. Positive intelligence is a life-transforming approach. It fills the toolbox with everything teenagers, teachers, and parents need to handle all these challenges. Hi, I'm Rambo Levin, and I'm a mental fitness coach. I'm a certified coach accredited by ICF, International Coaching Federation, and I have completed a positive intelligence training. I've been a teacher since 2004. I have a bachelor's in engineering and education, and I have a master's degree in e-learning methodologies. With all this background, it's hard not to see that schools and education systems miss out on very important skills. This is the reason I've created the Life Skills Academy. The life skills schools don't teach. One of the skills is to handle stress and challenges. So what is mental fitness? Mental fitness is your capacity to respond to life challenges with a positive rather than negative mindset. The impact is in every area of our lives. It impacts peak performance, not only in sports, but also academia and personal achievements. It impacts your peace of mind, wellness, and happiness, the most important things in life. And, of course, relationships with friends, colleagues, parents, and anyone you come across. Schools taught us about physical fitness. So if you are not physically fit, you would feel physical stress as you climb a mountain. If you are not mentally fit, you would feel mental stress, such as anxiety, frustration, anger, shame, and so on, as you handle school and relationship challenges. School forgot to teach us about mental fitness. There's a lot of research combined into positive intelligence. There is positive psychology, cognitive psychology, performance science, and neuroscience, all combined into one approach that is practical and easy to use. Just to make it clear, positive intelligence is not positive thinking. Nothing is wrong with positive thinking, but it doesn't work most of the time. So if you're facing a challenge and you tell yourself, no, I'm happy, that's nice, but it doesn't work. At the back of your head, you still have the problems. Positive intelligence changes the way we see the problem. The research includes results from hundreds of CEOs and their executive teams, Stanford students, world-class athletes, and 500,000 participants from 50 countries. The research is summarized in the New York Times best-selling book, Positive Intelligence. An amazing book. If we go a little bit deeper, we look at the power of factor analysis. We try to simplify the brain, this complex organ, and we go for the root cause, the operating system. If you have a program, the best program that runs on a faulty operating system, things will not work well. So we go for the core, managing the operating system. So for example, in our eyes, we have 3 receptors, red, green, and blue. With these only 3 receptors, we can see thousands of colors. This is the root cause. With the same way, we have 3 core muscles at the root of mental fitness. So one muscle is the saboteurs. They live in some areas of the brain, and there are 10 saboteurs, 10 nasty characters that we hear in our head all the time. On the other side, we have the sage. The sage live in different parts of the brain, and there are 5 sage powers that are very quiet in our brain. And the third muscle is the self-command muscles, the ability to shift from the saboteur mode to the sage mode, move from the dark side to the light side. The saboteurs put us in a survival mode. The sage allow us to thrive during challenging times. So the saboteurs motivate through negative emotions like fear, stress, anger, guilt, shame, and insecurity. We do get some results, but not happiness. You know how it's like. You achieved what you wanted to achieve, but you are still not happy with it. The sage, on the other hand, motivates through positive emotions, like empathy, curiosity, creativity, passion, purpose. This is the highest success and sustained happiness. The saboteurs, by default, are very loud in our heads. They shout. We hear them all the time. The sage whispers, and it's about time to change it. So first, we need to identify the saboteurs, intercept those voices. So there is the judge, the master saboteur. The judge calls you to judge yourself, judge others, and judge circumstances. And the judge has 9 more accomplices. We are not going to get into it right now. And the accomplices may vary between person to person. We all have different dominant saboteurs. So you cannot fight an enemy if you cannot see it. So there is an assessment, free saboteur assessment that you can find on positiveintelligence.com/assessments. In a few minutes, you will find out who are your dominant saboteurs. After you complete the assessment, you will get details of their characteristics of each saboteur, what kind of thoughts and feelings they generate in your head. After you know them, it's easier to notice them and quiet them down. So if you take example from a normal class, the teacher sees Kylo not paying attention and she gets very irritated. She is now being hijacked by the controller. She feels the need to control everybody because this is the right way. Luke is their favorite student. He always runs to answers and yeah, I know the answers and participate in every class. The teachers may like it, but Luke is being hijacked by the hyperachiever and he's never happy. Even if he gets 95% in the exam, it's not good enough. Kylo is always in the next step. What's after this? In this case, thinking about lunch. He is hijacked by the restless. Always, what's next? What's next? What's next? Ratings, I need to write it nicely in my notebook with colors and notes before I answer. It's not ready yet. She is being hijacked by the stickler. It has to be perfect before we take any action. Leah thinks I'll better go to the toilet so the teacher won't ask me. She is being hijacked by the avoider. Avoiding confrontation, avoiding uncomfortable situations. And Obi-Wan is the victim. Why she asks me? It's always me. A very saboteuric class. And as you may know, pretty normal one. On the other side, we have the sage. So the sage lives in region of the brain associated with positive approach, peace and calm, clear-headed and laser-focused, creative mindset, and seeing the big picture, not the small insignificant details. The sage brings the sage perspective, which is life-changing. The sage perspective is that every outcome or circumstance can be turned into a gift and opportunity. Now, this is very hard to get it at the beginning. It requires some practice. but it means that you can find something good, a gift, in the most horrible situations. For example, Christopher Reeve, the original Superman. At the top of his career, he had a tragic accident. He fell off a horse and became paralyzed from the neck down. Now, what could possibly be a gift in this situation? Because of this injury, he dedicated his life to research about spinal injury to help others. And he said that this was his best time. He found a higher cause, a purpose. And he said it was the best example he could give to his kids. So he found a gift in the most tragic accident. If you look back to your life, I have no doubt that you will notice that the biggest turn points in your life came after some very bad circumstances. Think about it. We may not see the gift immediately, but it's there. And it may take time and practice to find the gift. So there are 5 sage powers and there are 3 gifts that we are not going to talk about them now. And with this sage power, we can change our lives. So now let's go back to the same class and see how it looks from a sage perspective. So the teacher was irritated by Kylo that didn't pay attention. And instead of being hijacked by the controller, she said, Kylo looks lost. How can I engage him? She used the empathize power to find better solutions to the same problem. Luke, which was hijacked by hyperachiever, now think, maybe I can help Kylo answer this question. I don't really need these points. Kylo, that was hijacked by the restless, instead of thinking about lunch, said, hey, it's a good thing Luke ignores me. I'll better pay attention to the teacher. Being in the moment. Ray, hijacked by the sticklers. Everything has to be perfect. Start to change to, does it really have to be so perfect? What if I just answer using the navigate power? Leah, who tried to avoid the teachers and awkward situations, now switch to the activate. I can try to answer. It's okay to make mistakes. And Obi-Wan, the victim, can shift to this question is an opportunity to learn, explore new things. And now we have a sage class, which everything flows better, everybody enjoy much more and benefit from it. So the self-command muscle, the third muscle, is the ability to shift from a saboteur mode to a sage mode on command. It's like a gym for the brain. You do some reps at the gym to build muscles. 20 seconds is one PQ rep, positive intelligence rep. The more you practice, the faster you will recover from negative emotions. It's like being stronger. Again, it takes time and practice, but all my clients get there. They see things differently, with less stress. So, stress is usually caused by a trigger. Something triggers us and we notice the negative emotions. Again, we don't ignore them, we notice them, and now we can make a choice. We can stay hijacked by stress, anxiety, anger, worry, fear, impatience. Get stuck in the saboteur mode. Or we can choose to shift to the sage mode. Look for the gift and opportunity. Do some PQ reps and approach the problem from a different angle. Again, it's not positive thinking, it's positive intelligence. So, acknowledging the negative emotions help us to deal with them. Now, negative emotions are useful for short time. Just like when we put the hand on the hot stove. The pain is useful to warn us about a problem so we don't cause a permanent damage. For some reason, negative emotions cause us to get stuck in them, spiral of suffering for days and months. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can shift to the sage mode and recover faster from this whatever adversity, think clearly and find better solutions. So every time this event, it causes a pathway in the brain. And if, for example, we encounter a dog and we had a good experience, we will like dogs. If we had a bad experience, we will not like dogs. The more this experience repeats, it's become a thicker pathway in the brain. To shift from a negative belief about something, we can do PQ reps to change the neural pathway in the brain and shift to a different perspective, the sage perspective. So the Positive Intelligence program is a 6 weeks course. There's 1 hour weekly session and daily practice with a specific app that was built for that. It's a 15 minutes a day practice spread out throughout the day, like 2 minutes at a time, to create new habits. The program also includes the first 8 chapters of the book Positive Intelligence in a PDF form. There's of course community support and guidance throughout the whole course and beyond. There is 1 year access to the Positive Intelligence app. After the course is finished, you can still access and practice and build your 3 core muscles. The only requirement is commitment. It is intense. Noticing your thoughts and change them is intense. It requires commitment. This program focuses on habit formation. Create new habits. Treat the root cause, not the symptoms. And develop all 3 core muscles as we discussed. It's emphasized on practice, not only insights. The 1 hour weekly session will bring out the topic, but the daily practice is the most important part. Your personal practice that fits you. And there is additional one-on-one coaching with me, Coach Rambo, to accelerate your results. The benefits impact every area of your life, for teachers, for parents, and of course for teenagers. The results are phenomenal as they come from the research done by Positive Intelligence. The impact is huge, starting from the first week of this program. Again, impact in so many areas that applies for teenagers, teachers, and parents. So what students say? After PQ reps, I feel calm. When I open my eyes after 2 minutes of PQ reps, everything looks different, brighter. I can feel the pathways in my brain change. I used to think that something is wrong with me, I had very bad thoughts about myself and other people. Now I know it's the judge, not me. What teachers say. I start every class with 2 minutes of PQ reps to activate the sage power of the students and mine. Things just flow so much better after it. I wish I had this tool years ago, so powerful. I became calm and controlled my saboteurs much more effectively than ever before. This program really helps you to understand yourself better and make peace with past experiences. I'm truly grateful for being part of this program. It helped me deal with negative thoughts and focus on what is most important. The biggest tangible difference for me is that I can finally fall asleep at night. This teacher had a problem with sleeping. I managed to hold back my impulsive emotions. Things that caused me to flip my lid and lose my temper are now handled with much calm and respect to others. He is activating his empathize power. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, concerns, or just want to have a chat, please contact me through my website, email, or social media. If you believe someone can benefit from this video, please share it with them. Thank you so much and have a great day.